Chapter 1, The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I shouldn't have come to this party. I'm not even sure I belong at this party. That's not on some bougie shit either. There are just some places where it's not enough to be me. Either version of me. Big D's spring break party is one of those places. I squeeze through sweaty bodies and follow Kenya, her curls bouncing past her shoulders. A haze lingers over the room, smelling like weed, and music rattles the floor. Some rapper calls out for everybody to nay nay, followed by a bunch of heys as people launch into their own versions. Kenya holds up her cup and dances her way along through the crowd. Between the headache from the loud ass music and the nausea from the weed odor, I'll be amazed if I cross the room without spilling my drink. We break out of the crowd. Big D's house is packed wall to wall. I've always heard that everybody and their mama comes to his spring break parties. Well, everybody except me. But damn, I didn't know it would be this many people. Girls wear their hair colored, curled, laid, and slayed. Got me feeling basic as hell with my ponytail. Guys in their freshest kicks and sagging pants grind so close to girls they just about need condoms. My Nana likes to say that spring break brings love. Spring in Garden Heights doesn't always bring love, but it promises babies in the winter. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them are conceived the night of Big D's party. He always has it on the Friday of spring break because you need Saturday to recover and Sunday to repent. Stop following me and go dance, star, Kenya says. People already say you think you all that. I didn't know so many mind readers lived in Garden Heights or that people know me as anything other than Big Mav's daughter who works in the store. I sip my drink and spit it back out. I knew there would be more than Hawaiian punch in it, but this is way stronger than I'm used to. They shouldn't even call it punch, just straight up liquor. I put it on the coffee table and say, folks kill me thinking they know what I think. And I got to stop right here because this is clearly a contrasting contradiction. And yeah, I've got to ask myself that question. Why would the character say this, right? Because I expect teenagers not to be so surprised by this. How old is she? What is this telling us about her? I'm not sure. Maybe she's a little naive. Maybe she doesn't get out a whole lot. All right, I'm gonna keep reading and find out more about this character. Hey, I'm just saying, you act like you don't know nobody because you go to that school. I've been hearing that for 6 years, ever since my parents put me in Williamson Prep. Whatever, I mumble. All right, so definitely she goes to a different school. I'm gonna highlight that. Whatever, I mumble. And it wouldn't kill you to not dress like, she turns up her nose and she looks from my sneakers to my oversized hoodie. That. Ain't that my brother's hoodie? Our brother's hoodie. Kenya and I share an older brother, Stephen. 7. But she and I aren't related. Her mama is 7's mama, and my dad is 7's dad. Crazy, I know. Yeah, it's his. Figures. You know what else people saying too? Got folks thinking you're my girlfriend. What do I care what people think? What does this mean? Does this mean she looks masculine? Asking myself this, I'm going to look for more information. Do I look like I care what people think? No, and that's the problem. Whatever. If I'd known following her to this party meant she'd be on some extreme makeover star edition mess, I would have stayed home and watched Fresh Prince reruns. My Jordans are comfortable and damn, they're new. That's more than some people can say. The hoodie's way too big, but I like it that way. Plus, if I pull it over my nose, I can't smell the weed. Well, I ain't babysitting you all night, so you better do something, Kenya says. And she scopes the room. Kenya could be a model if I'm completely honest. She's got flawless dark brown skin. I don't think she ever gets a pimple, slanted brown eyes, and long eyelashes that aren't store-bought. She's the perfect height for modeling too, but a little thicker than those toothpicks on the runway. She never wears the same outfit twice. Her daddy King makes sure of that. Kenya is about the only person I hang out with in Garden Heights. It's hard to make friends when you go to a school that's 45 minutes away and you're a latchkey kid who's only seen her for her family's store. It's easy to hang out with Kenya because of our connection to 7. She's messy as hell sometimes, though. Always fighting somebody and quick to say her daddy will whoop somebody's ass. Yeah, it's true, but I wish she'd stop picking fights so she can use her trump card. Hell, I could use mine too. Everybody knows you don't mess with my dad, Big Mav, and you definitely don't mess with his kids. Still, you don't see me going around starting shit. Like at Big D's party, Kenya is giving Denasia Allen some serious stank eye. I don't remember much about Denasia, but I remember that she and Kenya haven't liked each other since 4th grade. Tonight, Denasia's dancing with some guy halfway across the room and paying no attention to Kenya. But no matter where we move, Kenya spots Denasia and glares at her. And the thing about the stank eye is, at some point you feel it on you, inviting you to kick some ass or have your ass kicked. Ooh, I can't stand her, Kenya sees. The other day we were in line in the cafeteria, right? And she behind me talking out the side of her neck. She didn't use my name, but I know she was talking about me, saying I tried to get with Devante. For real, I say, what I'm supposed to. Uh-huh. I don't want him. I know. Honestly, I don't know who Devante is. So what did you do? What do you think I did? I turned around and asked if she had a problem with me. Old trick gonna say I wasn't even talking about you, knowing she was. You're so lucky you go to that white people's school that don't have to deal with hoes like that. Ain't this some shit? Not even 5 minutes ago, I was stuck up because I go to Williamson. Now I'm lucky? Trust me, my school has hoes too. Hodom is universal. Watch, we gonna handle her tonight. Kenya's stank eye reaches its highest level of stank. Denasia feels its sting and looks right at Kenya. Uh-huh, Kenya confirms like Denasia hears her. Watch. Hold up, that's why you begged me to come to this party so you can have a tag team partner? Oh, that's definitely an aha moment. I gotta stop right there because hold up. She's definitely having a moment of shock. Like she's just realizing why she's in this party. Kenya brought her so that she has some backup when she wants to go try and start something with Denasia. Wow, okay, so how might this change things? Well, this might actually change things completely because it started out as a party where you're going to have fun, and now it might turn into a fight, and that could get really ugly, especially if they try and really jump her 2-on-1. Then that could get really, really ugly. Then more people might jump in. Okay, this could be really a big conflict already on the first couple of pages of this book. Interesting. I'm going to keep looking to see if I see more evidence of that. She has the nerve to look offended. It ain't like you had nothing else to do or anybody else to hang out with. I'm doing your ass a favor. Really, Kenya? You know I have friends, right? She rolls her eyes. Hard. Only the whites are visible for a few seconds. Them little bougie girls from your school don't count. They're not bougie and they do count, I think. Maya and I are cool. Not sure what's up with Haley and me lately. And honestly, if pulling me into a fight is your way of helping my social life, I'm good. God damn, it's always some drama with you. Please, Star. She stretches the please extra long. Too long. This is what I'm thinking. We wait until she get away from Devante, right? And then my phone vibrates against my thigh and I glance at the screen. Since I've ignored his calls, Chris texts me instead. Can we talk? I didn't mean for it to go like that. Of course he didn't. He meant it for it to go a whole different way yesterday, which is the problem. All right, now she's making some assumptions. Maybe she's having an aha moment. She thinks that she knows what's up with Chris. I'm not sure who Chris is yet. I'm not sure what it means yet, but I definitely know I want to take notice of it and ask myself, how might this change things? So he's definitely trying to apologize to her for something that he did wrong. Maybe it's her boyfriend. I'm not sure, but I'm going to keep that question in my mind as I keep reading. I slip the phone in my pocket. I'm not sure what I want to say, but I'd rather deal with him later. Kenya, someone shouts. This big, light-skinned girl with bone-straight hair moves through the crowd toward us. A tall boy with black and blonde frohawk follows her. They both give Kenya hugs and talk about how cute she looks. I'm not even here. You ain't tell me you was coming, the girl says, and sticks her thumb in her mouth. Hey, LaToya, how you doing?
Hi, I was coming to see if you guys started.
Yeah, we started. I'm hoping they're with me. I'm trying not to just read too long.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, we're trying to do the notice and note signpost at the beginning of this. And where did I just leave off? Oh yeah, so we're at this party, and I'm definitely wondering about this character. This starts off very differently than the movie too, which is awesome. Okay, so we're right here, I believe. Why didn't you tell me you was coming? The girl says, and sticks her thumb in her mouth. She's got an overbite from doing that too. You could have rode with us. Nah, girl, I had to go get Star, Kenya says. We walked here together. That's when they notice me, standing not even a half a foot from Kenya. The guy squints as he gives me a quick once-over. He frowns for a hot second, but I notice it. Ain't you Big Mav's daughter who works in the store? See, people act like it's that name on my birth certificate. Yeah, that's me. Oh, the girl says, I knew you looked familiar. We were in the 3rd grade together, Miss Bridges' class. I sat behind you. Oh, I know this is the moment I'm supposed to remember her, but I don't. I guess Kenya was right. I really don't know anybody. Their faces are familiar, but you don't get names and life stories when you're bagging folks' groceries. Right. Is that a contrast and a contradiction? Is that an aha moment? Is that any of my signposts? Is anybody paying any attention? I see all the mutes. All the mutes. Quentin was talking to me earlier.
Why, hello, my name is Quentin Thorpe. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Quentin. You notice any signposts in this thing that I just highlighted?
So I've been on my phone playing my game.
That's why I want you paying attention.
Oh, never, no. I'm playing. I was paying attention. Oh, wow.
Because, you know, I pointed out a few, right? We already pointed out a couple. And to me, this is definitely, you know, you expect when people say they remember you for you to remember them. So we want to ask ourselves, what's the question we're supposed to ask ourselves? Did you write that down like you were supposed to? Can you see the sticky note I'm writing there? I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not.
No.
No, bummer. So you see the highlights though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Bummer that I can't show the annotation piece. I was hoping that would be able to show.
Oh, you're writing on the side of it?
Yeah, right. Because there's sticky notes here that I can write on the side. I can see it.
I see when you touched it, but only how. I see the word how.
Right. You can't see the whole thing because it's not showing enough of the screen, I think. What if I show it like this? And can you see it now?
Yes. Aha.
Okay.
How might this change things? Who is Chris?
Yes. How might this change things? She's getting texts while she's in a party from somebody out of the party. That's going to change something, right? Yeah.
Come on, Quentin, Steven. Hi, Martin.
Martin, I know he's there. I know you're listening, Martin. Are you there?
This book is really good if you stay on top of it. Like, it's a great book, a good movie too.
Oh, some girls seen her best friend get shot. Blah blah blah.
You saw the movie?
Saw the preview, the trailer.
You saw the trailer. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Quentin was just.
I think for me, what I noticed, Sydney, like you were saying, that you don't really know anybody in just passing interactions. You don't get any real information about them. And so it just made me think about building relationships, since I was thinking about our students and how that's what's most important right now for them to be able to succeed, are the relationships that allow them to interact with us daily while we're away from them. So yeah.
See how Latoya is doing that thinking? That's the kind of thinking and the kind of questions that we want to keep asking as we're reading. It makes the reading more interesting and we get more out of it. And then we know why we're doing it. We're not just listening to words. We're actually like creating the meaning for ourselves through this.
It also made me wonder, why doesn't she remember the girl from her 3rd grade class?
Yeah, what does this tell us about her? Why does she not remember this girl?
Because I feel like I remember everyone from my third grade class.
What?
So, no, really.
Yeah, friends. You was popping.
Yeah. What about Stephen and Martin? You guys remember the friends you had from your class?
I remember people's names. That's about it. But I don't talk to them. I never associated.
But you wouldn't know them if they came and said, "Hey, Quentin, like, I was in your third grade class."
I'll probably remember their face. I'm good with faces and names, actually. Everybody remember my face. My face don't change. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an important part. When I don't have a very good memory for people, but I do remember like that third grade class stuff. You know, I remember people from that far back.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, you highlighted also, Chris texted me, I didn't mean for it to go like that.
Yeah, because that really felt to me like some kind of moment where, you know, how is something's going to change here? Who is this Chris guy? And what is it that he didn't mean for it to go like that, right? I like how she's put this mystery and it makes me want to know what else is happening there.
Absolutely.
And it just, you know, in the first few pages of a book, we're just trying to figure out like who are these people? Where are they? Why? What are they setting us up for? And what are we gonna be doing? Still wish I could hear Stephen and Martin to know what's up with you guys.
They sleep.
I know, it feels like I'm reading into the void though, and I want to build a relationship so that we can have it together.
I'm trying to. Where's the rest of the class though?
Good question.
How many kids on your class on your roster?
Like 20 something.
Whoa! What? You got a big class. Well, watch only 10 people show up to your class the rest of the year.
3, 4. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that I have not seen online at all. And I've been doing a lot of outreach too. But I'm not getting any response from most people. So
yeah, maybe send an email tag, make sure Naomi is in it so that we can kind of
yeah. We've been working together. We had a good meeting this morning after her group talking about how to do more outreach. It's hard to build these relationships through screens.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because you're not always sure somebody's really there with you. So I also had a good chat with Danny this morning. That was good. She just came by to say hi.
Awesome.
And somehow Tasia Outlaw got my Zoom code and came and dropped in on third period. So that was nice to see her.
That is sweet.
Yeah. So let's read a little bit more. We've got about 20 more minutes of class. I was hoping to get a couple more pages in and then have you guys have a chance to write down your observations.
Right.
Yes, of course, every day.
You know, work. Right. You know, y'all work, the DOE is giving credits for these things.
I gotta do this, college.
We're visible. You also have to make sure that you're doing the work, the follow through to earn the credit.
Yeah. You know? This is the assignment sheet, right? We had that as our due now. We did that online. We did this part. We did the instruction. We've taken some notes. And now we're just looking for 2 examples of signposts from this chapter that we're going to ask the question that goes with the signpost and then have space to write what you think your answer is.
Very reasonable.
This is not too much. And there's an exit slip to see where you can just highlight where you think you are. Right? And it's okay if you highlight, I'm lost. That gives me information. And then I know that you're lost. And I know that I need to figure out tomorrow how to clear it up for you. Yeah. What teachers do. This is our job, right? So.
All right. I'm out of here. Have a good one.
We're going to keep reading a few more pages. And then I'll be posting this video later. I'm going to try and learn to edit. All right. Right here, I stopped out. I can lie though. All right. And that's actually what I've done in the past when I've run into people that I can't remember who they are is lie. All right. I can't lie though. Yeah, I remember you. Girl, quit lying, the guy says. You know you don't know her ass. Why you always lying? Kenya and the girls sing together. The guy joins in and they all bust out laughing. Bianca and Chance, be nice, Kenya says. This Star's first party. Her folks don't let her go nowhere. I cut a side eye. I go to parties, Kenya. Have you seen her at any parties around here? Kenya asked them. Nope. Point made. And before you could say it, little lame white kid suburb parties don't count. Chance and Bianca snicker. Damn, I wish this hoodie could swallow me up somehow.
Hey,
I bet they be doing Molly and shit, don't they? Chance asked me. White kids love popping pills. And listening to Taylor Swift, Bianca adds, talking around her thumb. Okay, that's somewhat true, but I'm not telling them that. Nah, actually, their parties are pretty dope, I say. One time this boy had J. Cole perform at his birthday party. Damn, for real? Chance asks. Shit. Bitch, next time invite me. I'll party with them white kids. Anyway, Kenya said loudly. We were talking about running up on Denasia. Bitch over there dancing with Devante. Old trick, Bianca says. You know she'd been running with her mouth about you, right? I was in Mr. McDonald's class last week when Aaliyah told me. Chance rolls his eyes. Ugh, Mr. Donald. You just mad he threw you out, Kenya says. Hell yes. Anyway, Aaliyah told me, Bianca begins. I get lost again as classmates and teachers that I don't know are discussed. I can't say anything. Doesn't matter though, I'm invisible. I feel like that a lot around here. In the middle of them complaining about Denasia and their teachers, Kenya says something about getting another drink, and the three of them walk off without me. Suddenly, I'm Eve in the garden after she ate the fruit. It's like I realize I'm naked. Okay, this seems to me an aha moment, and how might this change things, right? Why is she so uncomfortable? Why doesn't she go to parties? How and then, you know, is there going to be a conflict? I'm by myself at a party I'm not even supposed to be at, where I barely know anybody. And the person I do know just left me hanging. Kenya begged me to come to this party for weeks. I knew I'd be uncomfortable as hell, but every time I told Kenya no, she said I act like I'm too good for a garden party. I got tired of hearing that shit and decided to prove her wrong. Problem is, I would have taken Black Jesus to convince my parents to let me come. Now Black Jesus will have to save me if they find out I'm here. People glance over at me with that, who is this chick standing against the wall by herself like an idiot look? I slip hands into my pockets. As long as I play it cool and keep to myself, I should be fine. The ironic thing is, though, at Williamson, I don't have to play it cool. I'm cool by default because I'm one of the only Black kids there. I have to earn coolness in Garden Heights, and that's more difficult than buying retro Jordans on release day. Funny how it works with white kids, though. It's dope to be Black until it's hard to be Black. That's an interesting line. And she's definitely talking about this idea of, like, I think we were talking about this, like, code switching thing. Star, a familiar voice says. The sea of people parts for him like he's a brown-skinned Moses. Guys giving daps and girls crane their necks to look at him. He smiles at me and his dimples ruin any G persona he has. All right, so this guy is important. I can tell just by the way that they're describing him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He definitely stands out, and it's like, this guy is clearly popular. I wonder how Star knows him. If he is important. He smiles at me and his dimples ruin any G persona he has. Khalil is fine. No other way of putting it. And I used to take baths with him. Not like that, but way back in the day when we would giggle because he had a wee-wee and I had what his grandma called a wee-ha. I swear it wasn't perverted though. He hugs me, smelling like soap and baby powder. What's up, girl? Ain't seen you in a minute. He lets me go. You don't text nobody nothing? Where you been? School and basketball team keep me busy, I say. But I'm always at the store. You're the one nobody sees anymore. His dimples disappear. He wipes his nose like he always does before a lie. I've been busy. Obviously, the brand new Jordans, the crisp white tee, and the diamonds in his ears. When they grow up in Garden Heights, you know what busy really means. Fuck, I wish he wasn't that kind of busy, though. I don't know if I want to tear up or smack him. But the way Khalil looks at me with those hazel eyes makes it hard to be upset. I feel like I'm 10 again, standing in the basement of Christ Temple Church, having my first kiss with him at Vacation Bible School. Suddenly, I remember that so this is interesting. That's definitely a contrast and contradiction, right? We don't expect to be kissing at Vacation Bible School, at least I don't. What is that telling us about these characters? I like it. My first kiss at 10 years old at Vacation Bible School. Feels like a contrast and contradiction. Suddenly I remember I'm in a hoodie looking a straight up mess and that I actually have a boyfriend. I might not be answering Chris's calls or texts right now, but he's still mine and I want to keep it that way. Okay, so Chris is her boyfriend. All right. I'm gonna keep track of that. Chris is her boyfriend. Chris is her boyfriend and she wants to keep him. All right. How's your grandma? I ask. And Cameron? They all right. Grandma's sick though. Khalil slips from his cup. Doctors say she got cancer or whatever. Damn, sorry, Kay. Yeah, she taking chemo. She only worried about getting a wig though. He gives a weak laugh that doesn't show his dimples. She'll be all right. It's a prayer more than a prophecy. Is your mama helping with Cameron? Good old Star, always looking for the best in people. You know she ain't helping. Hey, it was just a question. She came in the store the other day. She looks better. For now, says Khalil. She claims she's trying to get clean, but it's the usual. She'll go get clean a few weeks, decide she wants one more hit, and then be back at it. But like I said, I'm good, Cameron's good, Grandma's good, he shrugs. That's all that matters. Yeah, I say, but I remember the nights I spent with Khalil on his porch, waiting for his mama to come home. Whether he likes it or not, she matters to him. The music changes and Drake raps from the speakers. I nod to the beat and rap along under my breath. Everybody on the dance floor yells out the standard that started from the bottom, now we're here part. Some days we are at the bottom in Garden Heights, but we still share that feeling that, damn, it could be worse. Khalil is watching me. A smile tries to form on his lips, but he shakes his head. Can't believe you still love whiny-ass Drake. I gape at him. Leave my husband alone. Your corny husband. Baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted, Khalil sings in a whiny voice. I push him with my shoulder and he laughs, his drink splashing over the sides of the cup. You know what he sounds like. I flip him off. He puckers his lips and makes a kissing sound. All these months apart and we've fallen back into normal like it's nothing. Khalil grabs a napkin from the coffee table and wipes drink off his Jordans, the 3 retros. They came out a few years ago, but I swear those things are so fresh. They cost about $300, and that's if you find somebody on eBay who goes easy. Chris did. I got mine for a steal at $150, but I wear kid sizes. Thanks to my small feet, Chris and I can match our sneakers. Yes, we're that couple. Shit, we're fly though. If he can stop doing stupid stuff, we'll really be good. I like the kicks, I tell Khalil. Thanks. He scrubs the shoes with his napkin. I cringe. With each hard rub, the shoes cry for my help. No lie, every time a sneaker is cleaned improperly, a kitten dies. Khalil, I say, 1 second away from scratching that napkin. Either wipe gently back and forth or dab, don't scrub, for real. He looks up at me, smirking. Okay, Miss Sneakerhead, and thank Black Jesus, he dabs. Since you made me spill my drink on him, I ought to make you clean him. It'll cost you $60. 60, he shouts, straightening it up. Hell yeah, and it would be 80 if they had icy soles. Clear bottoms are a bitch to clean. Cleaning kits aren't cheap. Besides, you're obviously making big money if you can buy those. Khalil sips his drink like I didn't say anything, mutters. Damn, this shit's strong. And sets the cup of coffee on the table. Hey, tell your pops I need to holler at him soon about some stuff down that I need to talk to him about. What kind of stuff? Grown folks' business. Yeah, because you're so grown. 5 months, 2 weeks, and 3 days older than you, he winks. I ain't forgot. A commotion stirs in the middle of the dance floor. Voices argue louder than the music. Cuss words fly left and right. My first thought, Kenya walked up on Denasia like she promised. But the voices are deeper than theirs. Pop, a shot rings out. I duck. Pop, a second shot. The crowd stampedes toward the door, which leads to more cussing and fighting since it's impossible for everybody to get out at once.
Yeah.
And that is definitely a moment, right, where I want to know, how might this change things? An aha moment for sure, because I've got gunshots at a party, and that is not what I expect. How might this change things? Weigh in. What do you guys think? Khalil grabs my hand. Come on. There are too many people and way too much curly hair for me to catch a glimpse of Kenya. But Kenya, forget her, let's go. He pulls me through the crowd, shoving people out of our way and stepping on shoes. That alone could get us some bullets. I look for Kenya among the panicked faces, but still no sign of her. I don't try to see who got shot or who did it. You can't snitch if you don't know anything. Cars speed away outside and people run into the night in any direction where shots aren't firing off. Khalil leads me to a Chevy Impala parked under a dim streetlight. He pushes me in through the driver's side, and I climb into the passenger seat. We screech off, leaving chaos in the rearview mirror. Always some shit, he mumbles. Can't have a party without somebody getting shot. He sounds like my parents. That's exactly why they don't let me go nowhere, as Kenya puts it. At least not around Garden Heights. I'm identifying a contrasting contradiction there. And so I ask myself the question, right? I go back to my lesson, and what is it, right? Whenever the author is showing feelings or actions that I haven't seen before or I don't expect as a reader, why is the character doing that, right? What is the character telling me here? And, you know, the answer that I have to that is that she sounds really frustrated and like she wants to fit in, but she can't because her parents are protecting her too much. And I'm curious about that. And I feel like there's a theme developing. You know, earlier she said she felt like Eve, who had just eaten the apple, that she was exposed and didn't fit in. So I'm seeing that theme kind of pop up a bunch here. I send Kenya a text hoping she's all right. Doubt those bullets were meant for her, but bullets go where they want to go. Kenya texts back kind of quick. I'm fine. I see that bitch though. About to handle her ass. Where are you at? Is this chick for real? We just ran for our lives and she's ready to fight? I didn't even answer that dumb shit. Khalil's Impala is nice. Not all flashy like some guys' cars. I didn't see any rims before I got in, and the front seat has cracks in the leather. But the interior is a tacky lime green, so it's been customized at some point. I pick at a crack in the seat. Who do you think got shot? Khalil gets his hairbrush out of the compartment on the door. Probably a King Lord, he says, brushing the sides of his fade. Some garden disciples came in when I got there. Something was bound to pop off. I nod. Garden Heights has been a battlefield for the past 2 months over some stupid territory wars. I was born a queen because Daddy used to be a King Lord, but when he left the game, my street royalty status ended. Now, this is a place where I'm needing to activate some schema, right? And just to remind ourselves of what that lesson was, you know, it was the first strategy I taught you. And schema is all of that prior knowledge that you have in your head. So it includes everything you've ever learned, seen, or read, or everything you know, every conversation you've ever had, everything in your brain. I think of your brain as full of rows and rows of file cabinets and all the knowledge you've acquired throughout your life. Right? And so as you're reading something, you want to activate this knowledge. And depending on what your knowledge is how you're going to read this, right? So for me, I have definitely known some people who've been born into gang culture. and I've read some about it, so I have a little bit of schema. And it asks, and I'm thinking to myself, what does it mean to be born into a family of gang members, and how easy is it to get out, right? It says here, when he left the game, my street royalty status ended. Like, I have a little bit of understanding of that, but I'm wondering if somebody who has more schema in this area is going to have more knowledge about what that means. And so just another moment where you notice that our schema or our prior knowledge informs how we understand what we're reading. All right, but even if I'd grown up in it, I wouldn't understand fighting over streets nobody owns. Khalil drops the brush in the door and cranks up his stereo, blasting an old rap song Daddy has played a million times. I frown. Why you always listen to that old stuff? Man, get out of here. Tupac was the truth. Yeah, 20 years ago. Not even now, like, check this out. He points at me, which means he's about to go into one of his Khalil philosophical moments. Pac said thug life stood for the hate you give little infant fucks everybody. Well, that pops out, right? Because there's the title of the book. It's already here, right in the very beginning. Is this what the whole book is going to be about? This conversation that she's having with Khalil right now? He's super important, I can tell by the way that they related. I know I need to pay attention to this scene because I see the title of the book, and that means, like, maybe I'm getting some meaning here. The hate you give little infant fucks everybody. I raise my eyebrows. What? Listen, the hate you, the letter U, give little infants fucks everybody. THUGLIFE. Meaning, what society gives us youth, it bites them in the ass when we wild out. Get it? Damn. Yeah. See? Told you he was relevant. He nods to the beat and raps along. But now I'm wondering what he's doing to fuck everybody. As much as I think I know, I hope I'm wrong. I need to hear it from him. So why have you really been busy, I ask? A few months ago, Daddy said you quit the store. I haven't seen you since. He scoots closer to the steering wheel. Where you want me to take you? Your house or the store? Khalil, your house or the store? If you're selling that stuff, mind your business, Star. Don't worry about me. I'm doing what I gotta do. Bullshit. You know my daddy would help you out. He wipes his nose before his lie. I don't need help from nobody, okay? And that little minimum wage job your pops gave me didn't make nothing happen. I got tired of choosing between lights and food. I thought your grandma was working. She was. When she got sick, them clouds at the hospital claimed they'd work with her. 2 months later, she wasn't pulling her load on the job. Because when you're going through chemo, you can't pull big-ass garbage bins around. They fired her. He shakes his head. Funny, huh? The hospital fired her because she was sick. It's silent in the Impala, except for Tupac asking, who do you believe in? I don't know. My phone vibrates again. Probably either Chris asking for forgiveness or Denasia asking for backup against, or Kenya asking for backup against Denasia. Instead, my big brother's all-cap text appear on the screen. I don't know why he does that. He probably thinks it intimidates me. Really, it annoys the hell out of me. Where are you at? You and Kenya better not be at that party. I heard somebody got shot. The only thing worse than protective parents is protective older brothers. Even Black Jesus can't save me from 7. Khalil glances over at me. 7, huh? How do you know? Because you always look like you want to punch something when he talks to you. Remember that time at your birthday party when he kept telling you what to wish for? And I popped him in his mouth. Then Natasha got mad at you for telling her boyfriend to shut up, Khalil says, laughing. I roll my eyes. She got on my nerves with her crush on 7. Half the time I thought she came over just to see him. Nah, it was because you had the Harry Potter movies. What do we used to call ourselves? The Hood Trio? Tighter than the inside of Voldemort's nose. We were so silly for that. I know, right? He says. We laugh, but something's missing from it. Someone's missing from it. Natasha. Khalil looks at the road. Crazy, it's been 6 years, you know? Who is Natasha? What happened to her? Did she die? Did she move? She must be important to them. And why are they remembering her right now? This seems important. And it must be, because here's the last line of chapter 1. A whoop whoop sound startles us, and blue lights flash in the rearview mirror. And this is where I have to use my schema, right? This ends the chapter. But if I activate my schema, I can ask myself, what do I know about being stopped by the police when you're young and Black? And because of all the things I know, because of all the schema I have, because of how big a file cabinet I have personally around what police do when they stop Black and brown people in cars, this becomes a very fearful moment for me. And as a reader, I see exactly what she did here, right? This is the last page of the chapter. She's made it impossible not to turn the page. So go ahead and turn the page. You can read chapter 2 before we meet again, but we will be meeting again and we'll be reading the next section soon. See ya.